my channel today. I just decided to sit down and film a little video for you all because I wanted to put one more up before Christmas. After this, I probably won't have one out for a couple weeks, so I decided just to do one that someone had mentioned me doing and that I've said I'm going to do for a little bit, and that is the palette collection video. I'm going to go from my least favorite that I have to my most favorite one, which I'm sure a lot of you can guess what my most favorite one is, but we're going to go anyway. Yeah, I'm not going to do swatches today. I might do a swatch video later on, but my lighting, if you can't tell, I feel like it looks really dark right now, and I'm losing sunlight as we speak. Like, maybe this will help a little bit. That helps a little bit. But I'm losing sunlight as we speak. I don't have a ring light, so we're just going to get through this. I'm hoping this will be a quick little video, and I hope you enjoy it, and we're just going to hop on into it. Palette hit the floor. Okay, so the first palette I'm going to talk about today in this video is one that I ordered from Ulta that I had not gotten in when I did my haul video, and unfortunately it just is not working out for me. And it is the Lorac Tails and Top Hats palette. Here's the palette. I'm so sorry if this lighting is off, guys, and here are the colors. I will make sure and get all the colors on video of every palette. Here are the colors in here. These are shimmers, and these are for the most part mattes. I think this is like a satin. This palette is okay, I guess, if you're just starting out in makeup. The black's really pigmented. I guess if you like these kind of shades, it's good to travel with, but I just feel like I have these shades in other palettes, and I don't necessarily need this. I thought it was going to be something different. I thought maybe the shimmers would be, you know, life-changing. They're just not. The quality of the shadows is fine. A couple of them are kind of patchy and just not really Lorac quality, but other than that, it's a good little palette for the price. I think it's marked down to like $12 at Ulta.com. If you don't have a large collection, I do recommend it. I just don't need it personally myself. And that's, I guess, all I can really say about that. That is probably my least favorite one that I own. I'm not doing drugstore palettes in this video because it would take me an hour to record all my palettes if I dug out all my drugstore ones too. So we're just gonna go with high end, and that is just gonna be my least favorite. So yeah, we're just gonna hop on over to the next one because I don't like being negative, especially about Lorac, but that one's just, it's not my favorite. It's not the worst in the world, you know, just kind of that thing. So I'm just gonna hop on to the next one, which again is not my favorite, but it's not the worst in the world, and I will still keep it just for the sake that I don't have anything like it. And that is the Naked Smoky palette. This is the only Naked palette that I own because they're just really not my thing. The smell just really, yeah, I hate the smell of their shadows. It turns me off from their palettes so bad because I'm a person that if it doesn't smell good, then I'm just not gonna be drawn to it, I guess. And let me see. Oh, you all need to see the colors. I don't know if I did the colors yet, but if I didn't, then here they are. And if I did, here they are again. But this silver, this one right here next to the glittery one is very, very, very patchy. And the shimmers, you really need to build them up. But I mean, once you get them built up, they're fine, they're okay. But once again, it's just not my favorite. Urban Decay shadows in general, I know people rave about them. The Naked palettes are some people's holy grail palettes. They are just not my thing. Like, I have tried them and they are just not my thing, and I feel so bad about it. They are still really good palettes, and if you love them, keep using them. But for me, it's just not my favorite thing. But it's a good palette. I mean, that's just it. I can't really diss any of these palettes because all of them are fine. They're my preference on them, I guess. Okay, so we're just gonna move on. Okay, so these next two that I'm going to talk about, sorry, neighbors doing funny things outside. But these next two that I'm going to talk about are tied in their placements. And I'm going to talk about the Lorac one first, then I'll go on to the Too Faced one. But I'm going to talk about this Lorac one first. And this is the Lorac, the original unzipped palette. And I'm so sorry this lighting is so off. I hope it doesn't look this bad when I edit it. But this is the original unzipped palette. Here we are with the colors. It's a very pretty palette, very, very nice. I love, 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 love this palette. But I'm just finding that the more that I buy other palettes, I don't gravitate towards this one as much, but it's still really awesome. These colors right here are amazing. The mattes are really good. It is just an all-around good palette. And if you want something with just where you can throw together an entire look in one palette, I highly, highly, highly recommend this one, and it is awesome. And then the next one that I've already shown is going to be the Too Faced palette. Here's the packaging on this. This is the only Too Faced palette that I own. It is the Natural Eyes palette. Here are the colors. And once again, I just love this palette. I think it is gorgeous. When I travel, it's great. The shadows are all really good. It's a very, very good palette. If you're wanting to try Too Faced, I highly, highly, highly recommend this. It's not my favorite. I love it. I'm glad I have it, but it's not my favorite. So yeah, that's what I can say about that one. It is still wonderful and great. And we're getting on up to the top. I actually only have 2 more palettes to show you other than my Z palette, which I'm just going to mention a few things in it because I am losing light and I'm hoping this is not going to be completely terrible for you all. So the next one I'm going to talk about is actually the better half, in my opinion, of the Lorac Unzipped palettes, and it is the Unzipped Gold. If you follow me on Instagram, I rave about these palettes all the time, because I love them so very, very much. And here is this one, the Unzipped Gold. And let me just show you something on this one right here. This is more like a pressed pigment than anything. Look at that. Like, even in really dim lighting, you can still see that. That is just beautiful and gorgeous. This palette, oh, this palette. I could go on for days about it, even though I've bought more and I love them. It's just, I mean, look at that gold. It's gorgeous. I love, 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 love this palette. This one and the next one are actually tied for my favorite palettes that I use most often. If you want to try a Lorac palette and maybe the pros are just too much for you, like there are too many different options like they were for me. I only have one that has more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shades in it, other than the Urban Decay. I don't like one with a whole bunch of shades because I look at it and I kind of get overwhelmed with it. And if you want to try Lorac shadows, pick up the Unzipped Gold. I think it might be limited edition. I'm not sure if it's part of their permanent collection. So definitely snag it while you can because this is awesome and I love it, love it, love it, love it. And I could go on all day about that one, just like I could about this next one that's coming up. And this is actually going to be, woo, I hit my camera, my favorite palette that I own. And it is going to be, this is going to be no surprise to some people. A lot of people love this palette. It is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. Here's the packaging. I think I hauled this and said a little bit about it last time. Oh no, it's already dirty. Oh well, it happens. This palette is game changer. If you love warm tones, you need this in your life. And I do, so I need it in my life. Okay, there we are. There's the palette. It is amazing. Like, amazing. This shadow right here I'm wearing on my eyes today, amazing. I'm sorry, you probably can't see that. Yeah, my light's too bad for you to see that. And this is why I'm not doing swatches, because my light is so bad. I waited too late to do this video, but I'm afraid if I wait any longer, it just won't get done and I won't have anything else posted before Christmas, and I really don't want that to happen. But anyway, this Modern Renaissance palette, I'm just going to show you the shades one more time because, I mean, yes, I love them. They're just, they blend themselves. Like, there's no work involved with these shadows. They are so, 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 so easy to blend. It's just, it's awesome. It is an awesome palette. I've used it for the last 2 weeks, almost every day, at least one shadow out of it. Some of the more brighter tone shadows, if you don't want them to be really bold, then you need to have a lighter hand or they will get really bold really quick. But once again, it's easy to fix if you mess up with this palette because they just blend themselves. It's just, I can't talk anymore about it because I could go on forever. I thought this Lorac would be my top one until I bought this palette. These two, if you want 2 high-end palettes, and it's always these 2 for me. I love them both so, so, so much. And I'm hoping later on to do swatch videos with them, but right now, it's not gonna happen. All my furniture's not in. Everything's just, I was talking about in my home tour having to finish the rest of my apartment, and that's what is in the process right now. I wanted to have it done before Christmas. I don't see that happening, so yeah, swatches are not just gonna happen right now because I don't want to hand you mediocre swatches. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that, and I'm just gonna move on to a couple things because since this is a palette collection, I guess I can mention my Z palette. I guess, I mean, I'm going to, so I have this Sephora Z palette that I have filled up. I've just recently gotten the hang of depotting shadows, and bronzer and blush and all that good stuff. If you want a video on how to depot things, let me know, because I am almost a pro at it. I've almost got it down to a T. And I'm just going to show you what all I've got in here. This is something that if I'm in a rush in the morning and I just need to maybe throw something in my crease, throw on some blush and some bronzer and go out the door with my foundation, I can do that. I've got a Sephora shadow in here that I just bought to play with for Christmas. And I have this one right here. It's really, really, really sparkly and pretty. And then and I've got a Sephora shadow in here. I've got a Tarte blush that came out of my Classic Courage palette that I did do a review on. It's one of my very first videos I ever did. Ignore the quality. I was trying really hard. But yeah, it's one of the first videos I ever did. I ended up just tearing that palette apart. I still have the packaging and I'm going to put it on display once I get an actual beauty room. But I love this blush, and I loved a couple of these colors so much that I took them out of the palette just so I can use them on a daily basis. And it's this blush that is my favorite. Oh, there's fallout all in here. This is a blush in Classic Courage. I have a mini Hula. I think this blush is actually just called Courage by Tarte. I have this blush by Tarte. I can't remember the name of it, and I didn't write the name on the bottom of them because I don't think about those things. Then I have a little Meat Matte Nude shadow, a little Hot Mama blush, a Tarte shadow from the same palette that came out of, and then these three shadows. Oh, I completely forgot to mention, I did order the Tarte palette. I'm in the process of moving my stuff, so I can't really find it. I ended up tearing it apart. I'm not gonna lie. I got it and the hinge was broken. I'll have a picture of it right here from Sephora, Ulta.com, because I did order it from them. It is just it was the one that was $12. It's supposed to be a $96 value. The blush in it is amazing. I love it. It's a good Tarte blush. And I mean, $12 was worth it for the blush. Some of these shades right here came out of it, and I've been trying to use them. It's these three bigger pans right here came out of it. This one's really good. This one's really good. This one sucks. It's like, it was... I'm not even going to say very much more about that one because I didn't even include it in here because the hinge was broken when I got it and I just didn't want to return it. And I like the blush. So I basically it's got a little 2-tier thing in it, which you'll be able to see in the picture. And the hinge for the second tier was broken, so I just went ahead and kept breaking that. So pretty much my palette is just got the blush in there, and I can't get that depotted. Like, I can't figure out how to get it out. But it is an awesome, awesome blush. And I don't think they're even going to be making this palette anymore. I'm not sure. That's another reason I was kind of iffy about including it. But it's one of the things I got in my Black Friday sale. If you just want a Tarte blush and you see this in an Ulta somewhere because they didn't sell all of them, which sometimes happens, pick it up if you just want it for the blush. The shadows are hit and miss. If I had it to do over again, I probably would not buy it. I need to stop this video right here. I'm looking at the timestamp and I'm freaking out because I just expected this to be a 7 or 8 minute video and I don't think it's going to be that. I'm so sorry, guys. But I hope you all did enjoy it. If you all have these palettes and you love them just like me, we can talk about it down below. If you have any more recommendations for palettes, because I told myself I wasn't going to buy any more, but I have a feeling that it's going to happen because it always happens. If you have any recommendations for me, let me know down below. And if you love these palettes, let me know about that too, because it's great. I'm glad you love them. But these are just the order that I have put my palettes in, and I just told you a little bit about them. So yeah, I'm going to stop rambling and let you all exit off of my video here. I will see you all later, and I hope you all have a very, very, very Merry Christmas if I get this posted before Christmas, which I hope I do. Bye!